Let's see. Walk this tightrope and go around. And even there we did a little, you might have seen it, it was a little knee bend. Enjoy that little piece of navigation. Maybe gonna do a little juke. Probably wasn't the best one, but we're probably not gonna join the NFL anytime soon. We got 3 seconds, 2, 1. And there's a switch to the light. Just made it in time. And yeah, here we go. So as we come into the part that I love the most, you probably already know this, is the shade. That shade, when you're running, can mean a world of a difference. You know, especially for me, you know, I don't want to be out in the sun so much and get burned and get, you know, skin conditions or anything. Even though, you know, we wear sunblock out here to protect yourself. That's one thing, you know, if you're going out to run, you know, in the hot parts of the day, you know, when the sun's out at prime hours, you know, you gotta wear some skin protection, because if not, that'll be really bad. You'll start to age much quicker beyond your years. And that's one thing, you know, I'm 23 now, you know, I'm thinking 10 years, 20 years ahead. You know, when I'm that 33-year-old, when I'm that 43-year-old, you know, what do I want to look like? You know, I have visions, you know, of what my body would look like, what my face would look like, everything, you know, as far as from a, I would say, aesthetic perspective, you know, of how you look like. And of course, there's the other things, you know, your confidence, your financial success, other things. But the main thing that you can control, you know, is how your body looks, you know. And also some may argue, you know, my face is my face, I can't change it. No, you know, working out, make your face look slimmer, look better, have your cheekbones come out if you got them. And, you know, you can also do other things, like, you know, grow a beard, grow some nice facial hair. And there's other methods, you know, beyond that. You know, even if you can't grow that facial hair, you can do things like put minoxidil, or you probably know it as Rogaine, on your face. You know, now it doesn't sound, it's not as easy as it sounds. You know, it takes some commitment. You gotta consistently put that thing on your face 2 times a day. You know, could be once in the morning, once in the night. And over time, you'll start to see improvements in your facial hair. But even though you still see those improvements, doesn't mean you're able to stop. You know, you gotta keep going on that track, you know, the journey, the minoxidil journey, to grow that beard. Which is, you know, friends of mine have done that, you know, and if you stop, well, those friends, they've seen progress about, you know, 2-3 months in, like, wow, my beard's growing, it's coming in real nice. Man, should I stop? Man, I'm tired of this. And I say no. You know, with those beard hairs, there's one thing that's called terminal hairs, which is when those hairs grow up to maturity. Because what you probably have and what you see, yo, what's up, man, are those baby hairs. Now those hairs may look nice, they may be filling in those patches in your beard, but those things aren't made to last. As soon as you stop that minoxidil, they'll fall out, because the minoxidil is almost like that milk for the baby. You know, if you don't give it milk, or in this case minoxidil, those things will fall out and they'll die. So what you got to do is keep doing it until those things reach maturity, in essence becoming terminal. So which will probably take you about 9 months to a year. And I know some guys that finish like a 7-8 months. So with that, you know, once you do that and you notice that those hairs become terminal, which is what you can figure out in essence if you're able to stop for a couple months. My bad. Sorry, I had something in my mouth. Whew. If you're able to stop for a couple weeks or a couple months and you still have those same facial hairs. What's up, man? That was interesting. Well, we ran into the owners of the Instagram page known as Only in Dade, and those guys, they're a pretty serious Instagram page based in over here in Miami-Dade County, and they pretty much show you everything, you know, the good, the bad, and the ugly of Miami. And I've been featured on that page quite a few times, and I won't forget, you know, the first day that I was featured on that, you know, I was getting a bunch of text messages from friends and calls saying, hey man, hey, I think I saw you here on this page, you know, whoa, you got I don't know how many thousand views. And turns out when I checked and looked at it, it was me. It was me running and doing this nonsense that you see me doing. So pretty much, you know, it was a pretty fun moment. And, you know, obviously I wouldn't like to say that I do this, you know, just for recognition, you know, so people see me, you know, on Instagram or whatever you may call it. You know, to me, it's just, you know, another run. You know, just might add a little twist to it by doing a little bit of juggling, but other than that, you know, to me, it's just doing my 11, 12, 13, whatever mile run it is for the day. So, you know, it was nice. And, you know, hopefully things like that can happen again. But you know what? I'm not counting on it. You know, regardless of what happens, I'm gonna keep doing me, keep working on myself, improving myself, and getting better, you know, because that's what I think, or what I feel, and what I believe will make me happy and make me fulfilled, you know, in my running and juggling destiny, which in and of itself, I think, in my opinion, is pretty cool. And if I didn't think that, you know, I wouldn't be doing it. So it's fun, pretty fun stuff. Because I don't know about you, but I used to run, you know, I used to be the guy that would go into the gym, turn on the treadmill, and stare at the wall. You know, just, I had so much vivid memories of that wall. You know, I stared at it so long, I almost started to hallucinate. You know, I started to see pictures of people on that wall. Old memories of friends would occur on that wall. You know, because I would be staring at it for so long, you know, every other day for about 2 hours. You know, you start to almost go crazy. You know, that's not to say that it's necessarily a bad thing. You know, I have mad respect for people that are able to do that. You know, just run with, you know, very little outside stimuli. It's just them and their run. You know, their feet on that treadmill and that belt moving. But beyond that, you know, that's it. So, mad respect, mad love to those guys that can do that. Because in reality, I can't do that. You know, at least not anymore. You know, maybe I could try, you know, probably one day on camera and everything for you guys to see. You know, we'll do it. But other than that, you know, we're gonna stay and doing what we're gonna do. You know, probably I'll say this, is somehow the beautiful Miami weather turned south and it became so bad that I can't run outside. I'll find that treadmill and I'll do it there. But guess what? I'll tell you this. I probably won't even do that, because you know what? The type of person I am is when people tell me no, it makes me want to do things even more. You know, if you told me, hey man, hey, it looks pretty bad out there, you know, you can't run, it's not good to run, don't do it. You know, don't go to the gym, it's a bad day. You know, there's so many people in there, it's peak hours at 6 p.m. All that makes me do, it doesn't actually make me not want to do it. It makes me want to do it even more. It makes me want to go out for that run in whatever condition you say, and go to the gym at whatever horrible times that person who's telling me this might think that. And in essence, I just want to do it because someone's telling me no, almost like a stubborn little kid, which, you know, is probably how I picked up that habit, you know, as a kid, you know, saying no, you know, to almost positions of authority, people that wanted to drive me in a particular direction. You know, as a kid, I'll even say, you know, it could be, you know, drugs, or, you know, getting in trouble in school, you know, or doing those things that would get you in trouble. You know, I was a kid that thought, you know, that resisted, that said, no, I'm not going to do that. So with that in mind, that's one particular personality trait that I would say that I have, you know, and I could argue that that would be good. Okay, let's see, let's hope this guy doesn't kill us. Just made it. And that's me. So for you, you know, but here, look, I'll give you this. Oh, and we dropped. Hopefully we can cut that out, right? Doesn't want nobody to see that, right? But, all right, for you, you know, this may not always be a good thing. You know, let's say, you know, I take a lot of inspiration from the guy David Goggins, you know, and in his time as a Navy SEAL, so I have to yell because there's a lot of noise, but, you know, in his time training to be a Navy SEAL, he had to take a lot of direction. He had to follow a lot of orders, you know, from his drill sergeants and from his superiors, you know, who are ultimately guiding him in the right direction, you know, which is to become a Navy SEAL, and not only just a Navy SEAL, but a proficient one, you know, one that the whole battalion and squadron, that whole group can have, you know, pride in him. You know, he's one of us, he's one of our SEALs, you know. So to get to that level, he had to say yes, you know, he had to take that leadership, you know, and use it, you know, as a guidepost, and not say no. Because if he would have said no, he wouldn't have been a SEAL, and you probably wouldn't know who he is, you know, as the most, or one of the most influential motivational speakers of our time, the man David Goggins. So with that in mind, you know, as I was saying before, you know, of darkness and light, you know, and walking that line between, you know, in this case, you can add, you know, the line between yes and no, knowing when to say yes and when to say no, what's good for me and what's not.